Konnichiwa. Watashi no namae wa Rachel desu. Hi, my name is Rachel Lee, and for the past 6 weeks, I've been interning at Kyoto Rubber Company in Tokyo, Japan.
Kyoto Rubber is the middleman for rubber products. They take processed rubber and foam and craft them into items such as boots, hoses, sponges, and more to sell to the consumer. They also cut the rubber and foam into different sized sheets for their more industrial clients.
One project I worked on during my internship was translating Japanese documents into English. I came to Japan with conversational fluency in Japanese, but nothing more than that. This made it hard for me to translate the documents, and I had to use Google Translate to help. Having studied Japanese in the past, I knew that Google Translate was often wrong, which means I had to often retranslate by hand and unscramble sentences so they made sense in English. I also helped the company digitalize some of their price records. This was difficult as I had to do it all by hand. But I really enjoyed this experience, not only because I was learning more about the company and the products it produced, but I also really enjoy working with financial data. My main accomplishment from this internship was helping Kyoto Rubber adapt to the modern era. The company is 70 years old, and it shows. Their office is lined with filing cabinets filled with paper. Most of their employees are older and less astute with modern technology. Some of their younger employees have worked to bring new technology into the office and modernize the business. And while I haven't introduced anything new into the business, I've worked to digitalize their records, a crucial step in modern business today. I know that while my contributions were small to this larger problem, I've helped the company take steps to become more modernized. The biggest challenge I encountered was the language barrier. As I said, I came to Japan knowing only conversational Japanese, but I did not have an extensive vocabulary to work with. This made it hard for me to converse with some of my coworkers as they only spoke Japanese. But it also made it hard to do simple things, such as figure out which direction to go or to order food at a restaurant. I overcame this barrier by making myself learn Japanese words and phrases. For example, I learned the word daijobu, which means it's alright. In Japan, they never stop offering you food or asking how you are. And while this is amazing, it does get excessive. I learned this word to avoid being rude when I turned down an offer or was speaking to someone. I also learned to recognize what a person was saying based upon the situation. When checking out at a grocery store, cashiers will ask if you want a bag for your items. And while I can't repeat the phrase that they said to me, I understood situationally what they wanted and knew how to respond based upon my situation. One of the biggest takeaways I have is my grasp of the language. Even in my first week of Japan, I was learning new and old words. This immersion experience has helped me remember words that I've heard but could never remember when I studied the language. For example, when taking the trains to work daily, the conductor will say which sides the door will open on, right or left. I had trouble memorizing these words when I was in high school, but after hearing it every day, I now remember migi and hidari, right and left. I'm also better at understanding my coworkers. One of them mentioned byoin, which is the word for hospital. Another word I had trouble memorizing in school. My second takeaway is that the Japanese culture, in my opinion, is the epitome of what we should strive for. I have never had a train late during my commute to and from work. I have always been greeted with kindness and hospitality no matter where I went, and their respect for nature is absolutely incredible.
With a lack of usable land, as Japan is an island and a mountainous one, the Japanese build up instead of out, which is brilliant. But also because of their religious beliefs, they respect nature, strive to maintain wildlife, and plant plants wherever they can.
My third takeaway, as silly as it sounds, is that I enjoy accounting and finance. I got a small taste of this when I had an internship in high school with an accounting firm, but getting to work with Kyoto Rubber's finances were amazing for me. While I don't think I'd ever major in finance or become an accountant, this has been an opportunity that I know I will take advantage of in the future. The most fun I had in Japan came from when I visited Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. I am a huge Disney nerd and have been dreaming about visiting Tokyo Disney Resort. It absolutely lived up to the hype and even surpassed it. Especially with Tokyo Disney celebrating its 35th anniversary, the experience was extra fun. Being very knowledgeable about the Disney parks, I was easily able to guide myself as I went on rides, ate food, and took pictures. I knew exactly what I wanted to do and wanted to get, which made the experience even better. While both parks shared similarities with their American counterparts, they each had their own Japanese flair. from the food served to the ride designs. This was an experience unlike any other, and I'm so incredibly thankful that I got to go. I'm completely speechless about this opportunity. I never thought something so amazing would happen to me, much less right after my freshman year of college. I didn't expect to see so many amazing sights and meet so many incredible people. This has been the opportunity of a lifetime. Arigatou gozaimasu. Sayonara.